Hey everyone, Skull902 here, and this is part 5 of Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels. We're getting into the lettered worlds now, A, B, C, and D. Interesting stuff here. Now, before I get on to all these worlds and everything, we're going to be seeing C and D in the next part. There are a couple corrections that I have to make as far as the commentary goes from last time. Hammer Bros. They only behave like this in Worlds 7 and A through D in the All-Stars version. Apparently in the 8-bit version they only charge at you in World 8. So that was something that I got wrong. And then another thing that I got wrong was about the Bowser that appears before the legit real Bowser in the 8-4 and D4 castles. His name isn't Bowser's fake brother. Some material, it doesn't even have a consensus, but some material calls him Bowser's brother. So the blue Bowser, that's what he's called. Recolored for the All-Stars release. And apparently, in the All-Stars release, I got this wrong too about him, was in 8-4, he's treated as if he's like a legit Bowser. Oh wait, no, this is the original 8-bit release. I'm sorry. It's only 8-4 where he's treated like a legit Bowser, and then in D4, you know, he's a Bowser in disguise. And then I believe in the All-Stars version, both of those Bowsers are enemies in disguise. So the canonicity of Bowser's brother is quite up for debate. Should Bowser have a sibling? I'm not sure. I really do not have any idea how I feel about that. I suppose it'd be interesting. Maybe, like, not for the normal platforming Mario titles, because they're supposed to be extremely simple in storytelling anyway. But I can perhaps see it for like Paper Mario or one of the other RPG titles. You know, could perhaps have you know, Bowser's brother, the blue one, Bloozer. I'm gonna call him Bloozer from now on. But no, you could have some serious differences with the way that they're portrayed, because normally Bowser is, like, especially in the RPGs, Paper Mario specifically, like, he's really stupid and immature. You know, he like whines like a fucking child about everything and all that. So you can see, like, normal Bowser is, you know, whiny, immature, and just really dumb. Clutch ending incoming. There we are. That was pretty fucking cool. That's one of the ones I was telling you about. But anyway, you know, just have normal Bowser be all immature and childish and stupid, and, you know, Kimmy Koopa, take care of everything for me, you know. And then we've got Bowser's brother, who's, like, cold and calculating, and he's, like, really intelligent, and, is able to, you know, pull out all the tricks in order to be able to stop Mario, and is seemingly unbeatable and everything. I could imagine that working out in a more story-based Mario game, like the RPGs are. You know, instead of, like, kidnapping the princess or whatever, he could like put Princess Peach in a position where she has to give up the Mushroom Kingdom to him in order to, like, save the inhabitants, or, you know, something along those lines. So there's my idea for you, Nintendo. Bring me on to write the next Paper Mario game. We could totally have Bloozer be a completely badass, awesome, smart, calculating villain, and I don't know, could give Bowser like a side story or something. That'd be fun. So aside from that, there's something else that I want to mention about the Famicom Disk System. And the first thing is actually pretty short, because I forgot to mention it in the last part, and I think it's one of the coolest fucking things ever. Anyone who is familiar with the Nintendo GameCube, particularly people who own one, will know what the menu music sounds like. You don't have a disc when you boot the system. It plays this like slow, sort of spacey theme, you know? And it's kind of, I wouldn't say trippy, but it's kind of like an interesting mood to listen to that theme. Could kind of put you to sleep, really. It's hypnotic in a way, I suppose you could say. But there's something about that menu music. When you don't have a disc in the system and it goes to that menu, it just doesn't really sound like music, does it? You know, you have it playing and it just kind of sounds less like a song and more like random noise. But interestingly enough, that random noise, when sped up about 16 times, is the Famicom Disk System's boot up jingle. So that's actually really fucking cool that they put in a reference like that not a lot of players would get, because again, the Disk System was Japanese only. They had some plans to introduce it over in North America, but things like piracy, which I didn't mention in the last part, as well as the unstableness of the drive and the discs as well, had something to do with it only being released in Japan. So unfortunately it didn't come out, but that is a nice subtle little reference there with the disc system and the GameCube's menu music. Really interesting touch by Nintendo to do that, in my opinion. So good on you, Nintendo. Something cool. You know, another extremely cool thing about my favorite fucking console ever made, the Nintendo GameCube. Nice subtle reference like that. I didn't mean to go on for as long about that as I did, but you know, whatever. The next thing that I want to, you know, kind of get into is some of the other Mario titles as well on the Famicom Disk System, because you know, it's getting to be the last part here. There's not really much to say about these earlier Mario games, at least not up until 3, so I'm sorry, I'm kind of running out of shit to talk about. But I did some looking on the Mario Wiki to find out what else Mario has involved himself with in terms of the Famicom Disk System. And there's like a couple golf titles and general like Famicom stuff, but the Mario specific ones I find are pretty interesting. So there's a couple like upgraded versions of older Mario games. The first of which I'll talk about is All Night Nippon Super Mario Brothers, which is, it's sort of like a tie-in promotion. It was given away on this radio show, All Night Nippon, which, for those not in the know, Nippon is the Japanese name for Japan. So it's actually called something different. It's very much like Germany in that respect, because Germany is really Deutschland. But anyway, so it was a tie-in promotion for this radio show, but what exactly did it change? You may be wondering. Most of it is graphical. Like they put in some graphical references to like personalities on the radio show, and for instance, some other ones, like when you save Princess Peach, for example, she's not wearing her gown like she does in the normal game. she's wearing like a kimono. So that's one such difference. And then there are other ones like normal levels from Mario 1 are replaced with levels from this game. So that's pretty interesting. The second one, not really much to talk about. It's a tie-in promotion for a Japanese food company, the name of which I cannot try to pronounce, at least right now, because I've only seen it once, and the name of the game as well. So it's like an upgraded version of the arcade Mario Brothers game. And that's pretty interesting. But the third one, which I don't really have a whole lot of time to talk about now. And let's just get this note about this castle in, by the way. This is one of the easiest castles ever. I'm honestly surprised they put it in the lettered worlds. But anyway. I'm forgetting the name of the game, and I'm going to put it in here because the name itself is even kind of funny. But the whole concept is you design sweaters, and you get to program sweater designs into this game, and I guess it's like Mario specific, some of the like built-in designs that you have, but you can like program designs in, and there was a fucking sewing machine peripheral for the Famicom, which you could use this game for, if I'm not mistaken. Which is fucking incredible. You know, I thought that the fax system and like, you know, the writable discs that you could buy blank and then like program a game onto, or download a game onto, were impressive. But like, holy fucking shit. A sewing machine. You could make your own sweaters from the console. Like, that's fucking amazing. But, hot damn, like, I just find that idea really interesting and kind of funny as well. So, Jesus Christ. Nintendo, you come up with some wild, wacky ideas sometimes. Let me tell you. But I think that's going to be it for me with this part because I've gone over time now. So, I have been Skull902. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in part 6, the finale, and have yourselves a wonderful day.